Scream, Wes Craven's 5 best movies. Wes Craven truly was a visionary and revolutionary when it came to the horror genre. He successfully directed compelling and creative horror movies in 5 different decades, from the late 70s until the 2010s, and his ultimately passing in 2015. He had a hand in helping to create a number of the most iconic horror franchises of all time, specifically that of both Nightmare on Elm Street and Scream. Craven's work and impact have cemented his legacy as one of the greatest horror filmmakers to exist, creating countless memorable films that audiences still find highly engaging to this day. Through the decades, Craven amassed a highly respectable catalog of all-time influential classics, underappreciated cult classics, and everything in between. Even as his franchises continue with the upcoming Scream VI premiering on March 10th, the legacy and impact of Craven and his work continue to stay both culturally relevant and massively beloved worldwide. Number 5. The People Under the Stairs, 1991. The People Under the Stairs follows a young boy named Poindexter, which means fool, who takes it upon himself to break into and investigate the dark and mysterious house in his neighborhood. When there, he discovers a group of people who have been captured, enslaved, and tortured, and who live underneath the stairs of the house. For not only his own safety, but for the justice of those under the house, Fool now has to escape the house and the evil family that lives within in order to save his community from further harm. Number 4. Red Eye, 2005. Red Eye follows a woman named Lisa Reisert, played by Rachel McAdams, who is kidnapped by a stranger played by Cillian Murphy on a routine airplane flight. After being threatened with the murder of her brother, Lisa is forced to work alongside the stranger in his plot to assassinate a politician also on the flight. It becomes up to Lisa to find a way to escape the stranger, even though she's stuck with him on the same commercial flight. Number 3. Music of the Heart, 1999. Music of the Heart is a biographical musical drama that follows a school music teacher played by Meryl Streep and her struggle to teach inner-city Harlem kids how to play the violin. It's a classic dramatic story where she gives it her all and does everything in her power to give these students lessons and learning that they would never get to experience without her. The film was also able to secure Streep an Academy Award nomination for Best Lead Actress at the 72nd Academy Awards.
I'm proud of you.
Out of 50 kids, maybe 6 are listening to me.
The kids of Elm Street don't.
Number 2. A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984.
Something out there, isn't there?
The first installment in the iconic horror franchise, the original A Nightmare on Elm Street, is an iconic film not just of 80s horror, but horror movies in general. The film follows a small town that is under the attack of the nightmare killer Freddy Krueger, who attacks and murders victims in their own dreams. It soon becomes up to Nancy Thompson to put a stop to Krueger and save her small town by luring Krueger into the real war to destroy him once and for all.
On Elm Street.
Do you believe in the boogeyman?
No.
What ugly?
Hello?
Hello? Hello?
Do you like scary movies?
And number 1. Scream, 1996. The original installment in the iconic meta-slasher franchise Scream and its nuanced take on slashers revitalized the entire subgenre in the 90s thanks to how good a film it was. Scream follows the young Sidney Prescott, who a year after the murder of her mother has her town of Woodsboro facing a mysterious ghost-faced killer that is picking off students one by one. As more and more bodies are found, Sydney and her friends learned that in order to survive the horror movie-like plot they found themselves in, they'll have to follow the rules of horror films.
Stars David Arquette, Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox Arquette, and more.
What's your favorite scary?